It's history. It's important. Yet perhaps the Vietnam War was so long ago it's hard to relate to. But this helps. In one of Washington, D.C.'s most popular museums, pictures by a war photographer brought to life because you can feel them. There are many museums that might take a powerful piece of journalism like this photograph and put it on display. The Vietnam War is always a strong topic, but the museum took that photograph and others and turned them into something more. These grim scenes from the Tet Offensive, the U.S. versus Communist North Vietnam in 1968, can be explored now by the sightless. More than 1 million Americans are legally blind. Another 2 million have very limited vision. Catherine Webster lives in Virginia, says she avoids museums, even with her friends telling her what they see. It's boring.
Technology's transforming the way we think every day, and this is a no-brainer. And why museums aren't, taking this initiative, stepping forward and making this happen, amazes me.
These award-winning pictures were taken by a combat photographer 50 years ago in Hue, Vietnam. John Olson now has a company, 3D Photo Works, that reprints flat, two-dimensional photographs as tactile experiences.
We send it to a machine that sculpts it, and then we print the image data on top of the relief and embed sensors throughout the image, and the blind community use their hands and their fingertips and their ears to create a mental picture of these images.
I can press these buttons, and this allows me then to figure out kind of what's going on here.
Olson also interviewed 11 of the soldiers in his pictures half a century later about the terrible days they endured, barely making progress, seeing their friends die in Vietnam.
It was a suicide mission to try to send somebody up the tower. And we're looking down on a couple of hundred North Vietnamese.
This U.S. Marine shields Jim Walsh as he is passed hand over hand down the Dong Ba Tower after being shot through both legs.
John Paré with the National Federation of the Blind loves this exhibition.
There are millions of people in the United States who can now come to a museum like this and appreciate this. Now hopefully we'll have some tactile or some things that aren't just sad. Some other great things.
You look forward to a rock and roll exhibition.
Yeah, exactly.
An idea for the exhibits director at the museum, Patty Rule.
We love this idea of three-dimensional photos. I think everybody really, when you go to so many museums and they say, don't touch, we want you to touch.
Dan Raviv, I-24 News, Washington.